Only 1 out of 10 million employees ever get rich off a salary. Guess how many side hustlers do?
What does a great side hustle really mean to you? Or better yet, how does it actually change your life for the best? Let's be real here. Everyone would love to make more money. Hell, some people will get a second job, pillage their retirement accounts, and even will secretly steal from their own day jobs. The key to the holy grail of financial freedom is making more money without giving up more of your time. In this video, we'll go through how finding the right side hustle improves lives, and more specifically, show you how my 7-step video toolkit helps people find their financial freedom one new client at a time.
Clown. I am a clown.
50% of college students finish in debt, and the average federal student loan debt is $38,375. Not only that, but 61% of graduate students borrow federal student loans. So basically, the more you want to advance in your learning or in your career, the more that you're penalized. Does it get worse? Yup, because the average millennial ages 27 to 42 credit card debt hovers around $6,500, and the average Gen Xers that are 43 to 58 years old, their credit card debt is $9,100. The amount seems manageable with a strong, solid income flow, but as we all know, most aren't solid. How could we change that? Get a side hustle worth a damn, win the lotto, or wait for a Brinks truck driver to drop off a bag in your back seat. It's your pick. When you scale your new outsourcing side hustle to 2 recurring monthly clients, then you start winning. Looking for a new place, a crash pad, your forever home, or just a new environment to help motivate you? Well, let's see. The average rental price in the US currently hovers around $1,300 per month. In bigger cities, the average for something in a good area and actually livable is closer to $2,500 and up to even $3,600 per month. Now, average monthly mortgage rates range between $2,200 to $3,800. Couple that with a down payment of at least 20% plus property taxes, and the American dreams move further out of reach. How could we change that? Invest in a side hustle for extra income that takes minimal upfront cost and is easily low stress. When you close 2 new website clients who think you did the design when you outsource all the work, then you start winning. The average vacation for 2 people costs $3,900. Most people will never get to enjoy the beautiful places that they like on Instagram. It's okay to settle for a road trip or Vegas trips by default, but in 2025, social media constantly shows us the amazing places around the world we could only dream of or save up for 2 years to experience. When you break it down, we're talking upgraded flights, as it's no sense flying across the world in economy, then hotel accommodation, incidentals, and let's not forget spending cash. We've all been on vacation and had to do the dreaded savings account transfer at least once. How could we change that? You seek out a side hustle that only takes a few hours per week, which could 2x or 3x your current monthly salary. When you stack several exciting projects, then you start winning.
You know, I get it. There's so much crappy advice out there from sketchy people, and side hustles are kind of like shoes. What fits others may not necessarily be your exact fit. So later on this vid, I'm going to show you the 7-step video toolkit that actually worked for myself and many others, guys, not just in theory or just wishful thinking.
The average car maintenance repair costs between $500 and $1,200. Have you ever sat in the waiting room at your auto service center and see the long faces? It's like a gut punch getting your mechanic's estimate or bill and immediately realize that you're gonna have to put it all on the credit card, or you're gonna have to cut out a few weekend events for a bit. And yep, those foreign cars are nice, but headaches when even the slightest chip malfunction happens. And it's not only foreign cars that are wallet drainers, but even domestic cars are proving problematic. When you start your new outsourcing side hustle, even the simplest of jobs can take care of surprise bills. Then you start winning. From mountain bike riding in Peru to windsurfing, sitting on a pyramid, or sandboarding in Dubai, whatever spikes your adrenaline, it will surely cost you a pretty penny. When you can hardly afford your bucket list adventures, that pretty much saps all the excitement and oftentimes forces you to file away as just a pipe dream. There's a real calming mindset when you can easily post ads like a fisherman casting a net and seeing what pops up into your email inbox. That's the real mindset shift and sense of financial freedom most could only dream of. When you add a new income stream like an outsourcing side hustle, the peace and financial stability that you gain becomes addictive. Then you start winning. Doesn't it suck when you're the only one in your text chat rallying support for a friend's trip? There's the one who drags their feet until the last minute, the one who commits only to ultimately flake, or when all you hear back is crickets. What's weirder is many people choose to axe their dream trip entirely just because their friends either won't commit, won't save up the money for it, or simply blow smoke. Sometimes the things that seem the simplest turn out to expose cracks in friendships. Imagine being the one that always flakes because your money is funny, only to start being the one that suggested trips and booking the hotel reservations just to light a fire under their butts. When your bank account starts getting random hefty deposits from your new outsourcing side hustle, more breathtaking options start opening up. Then you start winning. Did you know that the average for fine dining ranges between $150 to $300 per person? And that's not even including the drinks menu. There's nothing quite like switching up the dinner routine or upgrading your foodie palate. Whether it's a tomahawk this, truffle oil that, or that special asking for the waiter to leave the bottle instead of just admiring the glass from 2 tables over. We're visual people, and with all the amazing food that inundate our timelines daily, there's bound to be something that catches your eye. Unfortunately, you ever notice how the most mouth-watering foods are in a different city or a distant country? I swear sometimes I think it's done by design, but whatever you're craving, life is short. Go after it at least once. When that balance payment hits your account from your new outsourcing side hustle, all of a sudden, new restaurants come to mind. Then you start winning. Once Lauren was in pharmaceutical sales, hated what the job represented, but absolutely loved the paycheck. When she could no longer stomach it any longer, she took a chance and tried something new. That something new turned into the digital nomad lifestyle she thought was unattainable. Now she's either sailing the Mediterranean, exploring bird sanctuaries in Costa Rica, or extended visits with her family. The true byproduct of success is more time, and that translates to happiness for most. In this world of chaos, isn't it time to focus on you? The best side hustle is the one that requires little or no startup capital, almost no learning curve, not having to show your face ever, and the icing on the cake is when other people do all the real work.
I created an online side hustle course called Side Hustle Ninja Pro. This allows average people with basic email and phone aptitude to get clients from all over the country and then outsource all the work from freelancer platforms like Fiverr and Upwork to execute the jobs at a high level. The profits could be as small as $250 for you to pay your electric bill, or an $8,000 monthly retainer on the first of every single month just from one client for social media management. And guess what? The funny part is the $250 profit could be a simple logo design that you charge the client $400 for initially, and then you could pay a social media marketer $1,600 in Albania and pocket $6,200 from the $8,000 monthly retainer client. Either way, one's life, amount of freedom, and time increases drastically quicker than most other side hustles. Speaking of other side hustles, I did and dabbled with a few, from wholesaling real estate and drop shipping. Some of my friends go crazy, absolutely crazy, when they lose their crypto, or people that sell those generic ass courses for $29.99 that 3,000 other people are selling on Instagram. Regardless of what your side hustle is, different strokes for different folks, as they say, but this is something people do not speak about as much because it's not sexy like some AI chatbot or some big crypto play. But I prefer something that makes immediate cash while the learning curve is next to non-existent. I mean, think about it, really. You create a well-designed ad on Craigslist and sit back and wait for the replies to roll in. So say out of 3 responses, 2 are flake, but 1 you close the deal on, and it's for a small job. This client, she needs a custom 3D logo animation for $850. Well, I found a freelancer who wanted $400. I negotiated him down to $250, and just like that, I made $600 from a simple $5 Craigslist ad. Yes, this is a small example, but $600 is still half of the average worker's weekly salary for work you're not even doing. Now just imagine that you invested in yourself with a course that gives you all the tools to start closing these and much bigger $4,000 deals within just 30 to 90 days and lays the blueprint for you to scale up within 6 months. Is that not worth it? Look, it's true, the economy absolutely sucks and people are scrambling for side hustles, but which one to choose? I'm revealing the one that works for myself and now 400 plus others since 2022. So what is it? Outsourcing. How does it work? Small to medium-sized businesses all across the US pay me for design or marketing services they would normally pay big agencies, and I simply outsource it all halfway across the world to freelancers that went to school for it in the first place. Isn't that genius, right? So guess who gets paid for being the middleman? Yup, moi, and now so can you. Click the link below for my 7-step video toolkit that shows you the entire process in 7 short videos. It's a PDF that you simply click on each video. 7 minutes is all that you need, and the first video is cheaper than a Chipotle burrito. With that, you'll also get my smarter checklist, so you know all that's needed to close your first client within 30 days. These 7 essential videos I personally put together to give any beginner confidence to land their first client and start getting paid. Change your life without the long learning curve so many other side hustles require. These videos have been at the core of over 4 million of my design agency's revenue over the past 5 years. Go on, I left the link in the video's description giving you full access to the video toolkit and even the full starter toolkit for those that are more than just curious and ready for the change ASAP. Guys, no other online course on the market gives you that much transparency and real life detail without buying the full course. I went the extra mile because having someone tell you the pathway is one thing, but to actually have the ability to see the real client deals as they come in via email is a game changer that I feel so many people will benefit from.
Click below in the description for access to my 7-step video toolkit. There, you'll see all the other goodies I have available, and hopefully it changes your life too.